I'm Justin. Hope you are safe and healthy at home. In today's session, I'm going to continue with the second part of two stories about flying. That is, the black aeroplane. Before we take up the lesson, let us know something about the author. The Black Aeroplane is written by Frederick Forsyth. Was born on 25th August 1938 in Ashford, Kent, England. He was educated at Tonbridge School and later joined the University of Granada in Spain. He joined the RAF and became a jet fighter pilot. He became a journalist and joined the BBC in 1965, where he served. Now, before I take up the first paragraph, let me brief you about the theme of the story. The narrator is a pilot flying a Dakota plane from Paris to England. He describes quite an unique but mysterious experience during his first flight from Paris to London. During the flight, he was lost amid mountains of dark clouds. Now, the question is, who is going to lead him to safe landing? This is the question which is still surrounded in mystery. So, come on now. I am going to read the first paragraph for you. Follow my reading. You can also find highlighted words with meanings. Make a note of it in your textbook. Now let's get started. The moon was coming up in the east behind me and stars were shining in the clear sky above me. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. I was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward, waiting anxiously to being with my family. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, the writer is briefing about the clear sky. A pilot was flying in his old Dakota plane. The sky was clear and the flight was easy. Yeah, he's dreaming of holiday. What is it? He was dreaming of a holiday with his family. It was 1:30 in the morning. So the narrator was flying his whole Dakota aeroplane for France back to England. Shall move on to the next slide. I should call Paris control soon, I thought. As I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. I switched on the radio and said, Paris control, Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I'm on my way to England. Over. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now. DS-088, over. So yeah, the pilot took instructions from the Paris control. He was asked to turn 12 degrees west. He contacted Paris control for instructions. He was asked to turn 12 degrees west. He thought he would be in time for English breakfast. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me when I saw the clouds. Storm clouds. They were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. I knew I could not fly up and over them. I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. So yeah, so the storm clouds appear. Suddenly black storm clouds appeared in the sky. What happened? At that time, Paris had been left 150 kilometers behind. The clouds were like huge black mountains, and they were storm clouds. The, they looked like black mountains standing in front of him. He couldn't avoid by flying up and over them. And the author also tells us that he didn't have enough petrol or fuel to fly around them north and south. I checked the map and the compass, an instrument to show direction, switched over to my second and last fuel tank, and turned the Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. I'll be in time for breakfast, I thought. A good big English breakfast. Everything was going well. It was an easy flight. So yeah, he turned and switched on his second and last fuel tank. He hoped to be in time for breakfast. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. I'll take the risk. I thought and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. I looked at the compass. I couldn't believe my eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. So he had limited fuel, so he could neither fly over the clouds nor could go round them in north or south. He discarded the idea of going back to Paris. He flew straight into the storm clouds. Inside the clouds, everything was black. Nothing was visible. The aeroplane jumped and twisted. He found that even his radio compass and some other instruments had stopped working. It was dead. It would not work. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. I tried the radio. So here, even the other instruments, he found that his radio, compass and some other instruments had stopped working. He could not establish contact with the Paris control and was lost in the storm. Paris control, Paris control. Can you hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. I had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. I was lost in the storm then. I was lost in the storm. Then, in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings, but I could see it flying next to me through the storm. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me. I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. So then he saw another black aeroplane flying next to him through the storm. It had no lights on the wings. Follow me, he was saying, follow me. He knows that I am lost. I thought he's trying to help me. He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota so that it would be easier for me to follow him. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. So the pilot of the black plane went ahead and asked him to follow his plane. So the pilot, the author, followed him like an obedient child. He guided him through the storm. So we observe that the pilot of the black plane comes to his aid. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. I was starting to feel frightened again, but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of lights in front of me. It was a runway, way on the ground for taking off and landsliding of aeroplanes. An airport. I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane. But the sky was empty. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere. So, after half an hour, the pilot of the Dakota plane got worried and frightened. He was left with petrol only for 5 to 10 minutes. But then the black aeroplane started going down. He followed and suddenly came out of the clouds. He could see the lights of the runway. He landed safely. So he saw two straight lines of lights before him. What is it? It is a runway. He saw two straight lines. So he detected it. It was a runway. An airport. He cried in joy. Turned back. He turned to look for his friend in the black aeroplane. But the sky was empty. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. I went and asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you. She looked at me very strangely and then laughed. Another aeroplane? Up there in this storm? No other aeroplanes were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. Radar is an equipment that searches the flying objects. So who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in my tanks? Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? See here, the mystery of the black aeroplane. After landing, the pilot of the Dakota aeroplane went to the control center. Why? To inquire about the black aeroplane. He wanted to thank its pilot. He wanted to express his gratitude for rescuing him. But nobody else had seen that black aeroplane, even on the radar. It was a mystery. Even he asked the lady there where he was. He also asked who the other pilot was. She looked at him strangely and then laughed. She replied that no other aeroplane was flying that night. She could only see his aeroplane on the radar. Who helped the narrator to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in his tank? It remained an unsolved mystery. So before we wind up, let us recall what we studied in this session. The Black Aeroplane is a mystery story. All alone, a pilot is flying a Dakota aeroplane. Suddenly, his aeroplane encounters dark storm clouds which he enters. The radio and the compass stop working. He loses contact and does not know which direction to go. Suddenly, an unknown black aeroplane appears, leads him to safe landing. When the pilot of the Dakota plane comes out of his aeroplane, neither the unknown pilot nor his aeroplane is there. So, here we end this lesson, the second part of two stories about flying, that is the black aeroplane. You can note down your doubts and it can be rectified during our online session or regular classes. So, dear students, thank you for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.